What's up, everybody? I'm just going to do a quick recap. UFC Vegas 78. Finally had a good week. A lot better than last weekend. 10-3. Not too bad. So, and I took a couple shots on some underdogs, but yeah. It's kind of straightforward, this card, I thought. And I was kind of nervous about some of the prelims, but some of the big favorites got it done. So, but yeah. Overall, that was wasn't the greatest card. There's a couple good fights on it. The Khalil Roundtree fight was cool. But I'm just going to go through real quick. First fight of the night, women's flyweight, Juliana Miller, Luana Santos. Santos got it done. Juliana Miller just looked like she just put herself on her back too many times. And, if it doesn't work, then you're in trouble. But I didn't expect Santos to get the knockout. So, yeah, good win for her, first fight. Next fight, Bantamweight, Damone Blackshear, Jose Johnson. Damone Blackshear, first round submission. Don't know if I was quite expecting it that early, but that's pretty much what I thought was going to happen. Jose Johnson got taken down a lot of times, and I just didn't see a reason to bet him. I was just a little nervous because Damone was a pretty big favorite, but he was able to get it done, so got that one. Next fight, women's strawweight, and Jacqueline Amarim, Montserrat Ruiz. I don't know why, but I was kind of nervous just because Montserrat was such a big underdog, but I knew, going for the headlock, that's pretty much all she had. And then Jacqueline Amarim was just beating the brakes off for the first two rounds. And then Montserrat was able to get the takedown in the third, which I was like, what's going on? But Jacqueline was so far ahead, and then she was able to get the knockout eventually by the end of the third, so got it done. And then at heavyweight, 265 pounds, Josh Parisian and Martin Buday. I picked Martin Buday. Wasn't really nervous about this one, but I did not expect the first round submission, I'll tell you that. I wish I would have sprinkled something on that, but he got it done because every fight he's had has been a decision. Josh Parisian likes to lose decisions. Martin Buday likes to win decisions. So, but it was nice to spice it up. He's on a 4-fight winning streak now, so yeah, that's pretty good for him, especially at heavyweight. Heavyweight always needs new guys pretty much, so yeah, way to put a stamp on it. I know it was Josh Parisian, but still, you got to finish in the first round. So he made the most out of it. And then at featherweight, Francis Marshall and Isaac Dulgarian. I went with Dulgarian. Nice little underdog shot, plus 140. I was only concerned about what he'd look like in rounds 2 or 3. Luckily, we didn't even have to figure that out because he got it done by the end of the first round. Pretty much what I thought was going to happen. He just got the takedown and going to full guard, half guard. And he just slowly, methodically was able to get his position. And then there's probably 50 seconds left in the first round. Just dropped those elbows, dropped a lot of ground and pound, split the guy's cauliflower ear open, and got the TKO. 20 seconds left. So great debut from him. And nice little underdog shot there, too. Didn't have to stress about it at all. Co-main of the prelims, Terrence McKinney and Mike Breeden at lightweight 155. I just took an underdog shot on Mike Breeden. Terrence McKinney, hasn't looked, not that he hasn't looked great, but it just looks like if he can't get past the first round, he might have some trouble. Mike Breeden's a dog. I thought maybe he could make it out of the first round. Then it could get interesting in the second round. He was a pretty big underdog. Couldn't get it done. Terrence McKinney just working the body, which is not new, but something that he tried to make a point of this fight, and he was able to get standing TKO. So yeah, good win for him. Good thing that he got back on track, and yeah, now he's an exciting guy. He's probably either he'll be the main event of the prelims for a pay-per-view or something like that. So yeah, he's in a better spot, and we'll just see what happens if he goes to the second round again, but he got it done. Didn't have to worry about that. Main event of the prelims at bantamweight, 135 pounds, JP buys Marcus McGhee. I went with Marcus McGhee. Marcus McGhee, the biggest favorite on the card, I believe. So I was kind of nervous. JP buys coming back up from flyweight, but his chin is just not good. I'm not trying to be mean, but the guy really can't take a punch. It's a shame because he's got talent. He's got a solid grappler, but Marcus McGhee was able to land a nice 1-2 right down the middle, hurt him pretty early on, and then just landed one big, massive hook and knocked him out cold, face to the mat. So that's how it goes. It's a shame. That's four losses in a row for JP Buys. But he's only 27. He's still got time. I think he just needed to take some time off and heal his brain, and maybe work his way back up in a Bellator or PFL or something like that. But yeah, Marcus McGhee looks good. That's 2 in a row. Looks like he's making up for lost time. And you can probably put him in there with anybody at bantamweight, honestly. Like maybe just got a massive knockout. Maybe they want to kind of feed him with somebody. I would have said him and Damone Blackshear, but Damone Blackshear is actually stepping in next weekend on short notice. So, yeah. But, Marcus McGhee's got to watch out for bantamweight for sure. First fight on the main card, 185 pounds, Josh Frem and Jamie Pickett. Went with Josh Frem, pretty sizable underdog. I was just kind of a little nervous just because of the odds. But, I thought Frem was a better fighter, more well-rounded, maybe had a little more power. But he ends up missing weight by 3 pounds. But he's not the only one because the other middleweight fighter, Tafon Nchukwi, he missed weight by 3.5 pounds. So I don't know what's going on. But unfortunately, it did affect his performance. And I think he could have got a finish, but he just looked completely drained. Looked like he was just trying to get a win and get out of there. So it is what it is, though. Gets a win. First round, Frem starts throwing some oblique kicks. He goes for the clinch. He gets the overhook, and then he's able to get the underhook. But then Pickett gets the body lock around there. They're just kind of battling on the fence a little bit. Nobody's really trying to take anybody down at this point. Then Frem lands a jump knee toward the end of the round. Just kind of lets him know. And then in the second round, they both get into a clinch battle. Frem throws a spinning back fist, and he pulls the guillotine, which was kind of tight, but Pickett was able to slip out, and then he gets the back. But then Frem's able to get up and get the guillotine again. And then he's able to take the top and land some decent ground and pound for the end of the round. Not a lot, but like just enough to win the round, I would say. Then in the third round, Pickett starts pressing with some straight shots. And, he's really turning it up. He's probably down on the scorecards. And then Pickett's able to get the double off the fence, takes his back, but Frem's able to swim out. He's kind of good in those back scramble positions. He did it with Cedricus as well. And he's able to get into half guard. And then Pickett's able to wall walk and stand up. And then Frem just clinches him to the fence and kind of holds him there. So, yeah, it's what it is. Not a great performance, but hopefully he'll be back and get the weight cut right. But, Pickett, he's scrappy. I know he's not very good, but he's not a guy you can take lightly. He's got some skills, and Pickett looked like he was improving. So, yeah. But I think Frem should fight either AJ Dobson or Tafon Nchukwi, whichever. So, yeah, because they fought in the same card. So, second fight on the main card at middleweight again was AJ Dobson, Tafon Nchukwi. Pretty solid fight. I'm going with AJ Dobson, slight underdog, plus 120. By the time the fight went off, I think it was even. I think after people saw how much Nchukwi missed weight by, the lines got reevaluated. But, pretty solid win for him. First round, AJ starts jabbing, lands a couple body kicks. And then Tafon's kind of looking for those overhands. He's looking to load up. He's looking to counter with some big shots. He lands a couple body kicks himself, nothing crazy. Then AJ kicks him, trips him to the ground, lands some ground and pound for 10 seconds left. He picks that single leg up, gets the classic single leg trip, and 10 seconds of ground and pound, pretty close round, not a ton happened, so I think that kind of sealed it for him. Then in the second round, AJ starts landing some jabs and some crosses and some counter crosses whenever Tafon's loading up, and AJ's starting to get his reads. Then he lands a couple body kicks, and then Tafon was able to catch the kick, but then AJ lands a straight right. But then Tafon lands a counter overhand, kind of didn't really rock him, but kind of let him know what was up. But then Tafon lands a couple overhands at the end, a little wild. But then in the third round, AJ just gets a takedown like right away, right in the half guard. Pretty much sits there for the whole round. So whatever, win's a win. Tafon is very dangerous. So yeah, AJ on the winning track now. Good. He's got Mark the Hammer Coleman in his corner, so you want to get a win for that guy. But it looked pretty good. And I think AJ could fight Josh Frem or Tafon Nchukwi, whatever. All right, third fight, women's fight at strawweight, Polyana Viana and Yasmin Lucindo. I went with Polyana Viana just because she used plus 160, and it's low-level women's MMA. And I don't care that I lost this one. Yes, I got this one wrong. But in the first round, Polyana blitzes with the 1-2 and then a head kick. And then she gets the body lock up against the fence, gets a nice back trip takedown, starts the fight off very well. Then back on the feet, she catches the kick into the body lock, but then she gets reversed. And Yasmin's able to readjust the grip, and she's able to get a body lock herself whenever Polyana is hipping into her, and she's able to get a takedown. And I would say it's kind of an even round at that point, but Yasmin landed the harder shots. So, or no, sorry, she landed the hard shots in the second round. it's kind of an even round, but you probably just give it to Yasmin just because that's how judges score it. So I don't know. But then the second round, Yasmin rocks her with the lead right hook, and it kind of stumbles Polyana back. And we've seen before that she can't really take punches all that well, and she's like wobbling all the way back to the fence. But then Yasmin's able to get the body lock trip off of Polyana Vienna's failed back fist attempt. So I kind of forgot she does that sometimes. Gets right in a half guard, maintains the position, makes sure she has, and she's able to get that arm triangle in there, goes all the way out to the side, gets a submission. Beautiful performance from her, and she looked like she improved a lot on the ground. Polyana has some dangerous submissions, so, pretty good win for her. And I would love to see her against Amarim, who fought on the card earlier and also won. And Amarim is very dangerous with submissions as well, so I think that'd be a fun fight. Feature fight of the main card, 205 pounds, men's light heavyweight. You had number 10, Khalil Roundtree Jr. taking on newcomer to the weight class, Chris Daukaus. Chris Daukaus coming off of 3 KO losses at heavyweight. Wanted to get his body smaller, go back down to 205. We'll go there for the first time. To his more natural weight class, I guess. And, just right from the beginning, I knew that this was not going to go well for Chris Daukaus because, your brain's compromised when you cut weight. I understand it's not like him dropping a weight class that's hard for him to get to, but it is more of a lifestyle change, but still, like, you're losing a ton of weight. And for your first fight at 205, Khalil Roundtree Jr. hits like a truck, so it was just not a good combination. Putting all that aside, he got knocked out 3 times in a row by heavyweights, so the brain damage can't be good. So, yeah, and Khalil was like a very reasonable price, minus 170. There was just, it was an easy one to pick. I didn't know exactly what prop to pick. I thought KO in the first round, but maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Sometimes he takes a while to get going. But, it pretty much went exactly how I thought it would. Couldn't have asked for any better. First round, Chris landed a couple 1-2s, like, right away. He looked okay. Yeah, pretty good hand speed. But then Khalil starts landing his counter hooks. He's able to stuff the takedown attempt. It wasn't like a really good takedown attempt, but Khalil knew it was coming. And then he's able to get the head and arm clinch, and he's landed some knees right to the stomach, up against the fence. He has that arm triangle. That tie clinch is tie background. Then he's able to land a counter hook and then a straight left KO, just right down the middle, just standing at range when Chris is coming toward him. Knocked him clean out. So, yeah, it was a really tough one for Chris. But it was just a bad opponent to fight your first fight down a weight class. So, but Khalil looked really good, and he was number 13 going into that fight, actually. I thought he was 15, so that's surprising. And I think he should fight number 9, Volkan Ozdemir. Ozdemir's a little older. He's taking a lot of damage. Doesn't have he can wrestle, but he's not really a wrestler. And I think it's a good fight for Khalil, and it's up a couple rankings. I think that's perfect. And besides that, I think it'll be a good fight. Both guys have bombs in their hands, so I'm excited. Coming of the main card at 145 pounds men's featherweight, you had Cub Swanson. We didn't know if this was a retirement fight or what, taking on Hakeem Dawodu. Hakeem's been out of action for a little while. But no, it was the opposite of a retirement fight for Cub Swanson. Cub Swanson is now on a winning streak at featherweight. Did not agree with the decision, but it is what it is, dude. It was relatively close, so can't let it be that close against the guy that hits hard. So, but yeah, Cub was a pretty good underdog, so I'm mad I got this one wrong. I went with Hakeem. I was thinking to go with Cub, but after all the damage and seeing him get knocked out down a weight class, I just didn't know. And I just thought Hakeem would be able to win over 3 rounds, which a lot of people think he did win. But yeah, this one definitely hurts. I should have known better. Hakeem Dawodu's minus 230. Cub Swanson plus 190. That would have been a hell of a cash out, but yeah. But the interesting thing was that all 3 judges gave it to Hakeem, which didn't make any sense. I thought it'd be a split decision, but it wasn't. So, tough one to get through, but pretty fun fight. On the first round, Cub, right away, triple jab, straight right, and then Hakeem starts landing some leg kicks. Starts getting his jabs going, lands some counter hooks. Whenever Cub's sliding in towards him, Cub's he's moving in and out, trying to be fast, but Hakeem's got pretty good hand speed as well. Then in the second round, Hakeem lands a 1-2, but then Cub's able to get in the clinch real quick, land a couple uppercuts, and he was landing he had more moments than Hakeem did. So I think that's what stole it for him. But then Hakeem gets a clinch to the fence, And they both kind of go back and forth, landing some knees. Then Hakeem starts establishing his jab again, standing out of range. And then Cub's like kind of swinging wild hooks. He's missing most of it. Then Hakeem starts getting those leg kicks going, keeps active. Then they kind of get into a clinch. They get a lot of clinch battles. Then they get into a firefight up against the fence. But then Cub's landing some wild hooks. I guess he could have got the better of the exchanges. I think Hakeem like landed cleaner shots, but Cub like would clip him with like a more powerful shot. So I think that's what did it as well. Then in the third round, Hakeem starts landing some 1-2s, countering Cub's hooks. Then he's clinching him up against the fence. And you could see like he's not really trying to get him out of there. He's just trying to like get the decision. Then he starts landing some jabs, gets a collar tie, then an uppercut to a head kick whenever they back away. Then Cub lands a few wild hooks, and then he's able to get a blast double out of nowhere and never shot any takedowns the whole fight. So go figure on that one. Then Hakeem's able to get up, and then Cub takes his back for like the last 10 seconds. So yeah, Hakeem just like threw that fight away, basically getting taken down, just kind of accepting it for the most part. And then, you know, at the end of the second round, there's that flurry. It looked like Hakeem might have been a tad wobbly. Who knows? But I just can't believe all three judges gave it to Cub. But you know what? It was close enough. I don't think Cub won, but can't really blame him. So Cubs wants in. I don't know what you want to do with him at featherweight, to be honest. But just give him somebody fun. Like, I wouldn't give anybody ranked. I don't think so. Maybe you could do like Julian Erosa next. Maybe, because Julian Erosa beat Hakeem, so I don't know, but should be fun. Cubs Watson's got some more fun fights in him, so I'll watch him. Main event at 170 pounds men's welterweight, the return of Vicente Luque, number 10, taking on RDA, unranked at the weight class, but it's his second stint at welterweight. And I just went with Vicente. The line was pretty close. It just came down to Vicente's weakness is grappling, basically, or if you have even more power than he does, which is scary, like Jeff Neal. But I just didn't think RDA's wrestling was good enough to like have that much of an impact on Vicente. And also, Vicente is a solid grappler on the ground. He doesn't show it a ton. He's not like a good offensive wrestler, but he's got submissions, you know. So I thought he'd be okay there, and pretty much played out how I thought. I didn't think there'd be so much clinching going on, but yeah, Vicente got it done. Not a fun fight. If this fight would have been 3 rounds, it would have been a lot better. Had some cool moments in it, but not like a fight you want to watch for 5 rounds. But Vicente gets a job done. First round, RDA's landing some lead hooks. Then Luque starts landing some jabs. But then RDA gets a double up against the fence. Luque is able to he did a very good job defending RDA's takedowns and the clinches. And he starts landing some jabs. But then RDA lands a lead hook counter. But then Luque starts ripping the body against the fence. Good to see that from him. Then RDA gets a single, but then Luque is able to get out of there, and he's able to get the double off the fence. He takes RDA down, but then RDA has like a guillotine, but then Luque is able to get around his back, land some ground and pound for like 10 seconds. So ended the first round strong. Then in the second round, Luque starts landing some more jabs. RDA gets a double off the fence, but he's not able to hold him down. Luque is popped right back up. Then Luque reshoots the single, and then he has RDA seated up against the fence. Then Luque starts back standing. Luque's landing some jabs. RDA shoots again. Can't get anything going. Then in the third round, RDA gets a clinch, and Luque is able to reverse. Has a single, trying to finish it, making RDA stay busy. Then RDA was able to land a straight right. And then a hook whenever he gets pressed by Luque up towards the fence. But he starts pressing him with some hooks, and then he shoots, but Luque tries to go for the darce. And then he's able to reverse, and he tries to go for the single. RDA tries to get on the single leg, but Luque is not letting that happen. Then in the fourth round, Luque starts pressing with some jabs. He's able to get the single off the fence, but he can't really hold him down. But he's in there. He's grinding. He's being a wrestler. Then RDA starts landing some counter hooks, and then he shoots, but Luque is able to stuff it, and he's able to reverse the clinch position. He's able to get the single leg, takes his back with one hook in, 10 seconds left to go again, putting like a good image in the judges' minds, I guess. Then in the fifth round, RDA starts pressing. He knows he needs to win. He does land, kind of clips him a little bit, but Luque is able to circle on the outside. And then Luque is able to get the double off the fence. Can't really hold him definitively, but then they're getting to a clinch battle again. And then RDA starts pressing. He's able to land a couple hooks and an elbow up against the fence. And then he's able to get the double and get some ground and pound at the end, but too little too late. And, yeah, Vicente, he would get like a single leg and then he would just pick the low ankle. That was like his go-to takedown. So, and then he'd collect the ankle, finish it, looked like a double when he finished it. So, yeah, he looked really good in the wrestling department. RDA, you know, didn't look bad. He's a smaller guy than Luque. Luque implemented a game plan to make him feel his weight. So, and, you know, he's been in so many wars already. Both guys have. But RDA, you know, it's the end of the road, you know. But he looked good. He's competitive with a number 10 guy. You know, there's still fun fights for him. We don't gotta feel bad for him. But yeah, Vicente had a hemorrhage in his brain. So that's certain. I certainly understand the reserved style of how he fought. And, you know, maybe he never goes back to fighting how he did before. But that's okay, because health is the most important thing. But maybe he just a little nervous this time. And then next time, you know, maybe he goes out there and throws some bombs. Who knows? But Vicente is number 10. I think he should fight Sean Brady, number 9. Sean Brady does not have good hands anyway, so I think Vicente won't take too much damage. I think that's perfect, you know. Ease him back into it slowly. And besides that, it's a fun fight. Both guys, great submissions. So I think that'd be fun. And then RDA, you could do Mike. They already fought. You know, if you want to do like RDA and Jack Dellum at Atlanta or something like that, maybe. Or you can just give him a fun fight. So, but yeah, overall, the card was okay. Main event was a little bit of a dud, but Khalil Roundtree, like, I'm excited to follow his career next. So, next weekend, you got the Bantamweight Championship, Sean O'Malley taking on Aljamain Sterling. Can't wait for that one, and I'm excited to see what happens at Bantamweight. But thanks for riding with me. Appreciate it. Had a good weekend this weekend. I'm going to keep it going the next weekend, and, you know, I only got 3 wrong this time. Maybe I can get a perfect card. So, thanks, everybody.